Guys, this is Mr. Gucci here with your lab activity for the day, which is a mini lab called Moles in the Home. All right. In class, depending on where we are in class, we've all talked about this problem that we have in chemistry where in order to do chemical calculations, you need to know the number of atoms and molecules that you have in a sample. The problem is you can't count the number of atoms or molecules you have in a sample because they're too small. So in order to do actual real-world measuring of substances, in order to measure substances out in the lab, you need to know how much real-world amount of that substance you have in grams. And so there's this constant pressure in chemistry where if we need to measure something out on a scale, we have to convert a substance into grams. But if we have to do calculations with that amount of substance, then we need to convert it into moles. So we are constantly converting from mass of substance in grams into number of particles in moles. And that's what we're going to do today. Here's what you're going to do. You are going to go around your house and you are going to get 3 different substances from this list, okay? From this list, all right? These are substances that, let's see here, okay, you need to find a sample of a substance from around your house that meets 2 criteria. You have to be able to figure out what its chemical formula is. And there are certain substances around the house that you can find that have chemical formulas you can look up, all right? And you need to know what mass of that substance you have in grams. So, for example, you need to go around the house and you need to find like a container of table salt because you know the formula of table salt, or you can just look up formula of table salt, all right? And it will tell you the formula of the table salt, NaCl, all right? And then you need to record not just its name and formula, but you need to record how much of it you have. Now, how are you supposed to know how much table salt you have? Well, let's just look up a sample of a table salt container. Let me look up a package of Morton salt. If you have one of these packages of Morton salt, that's the one with the girl and the rain and the stuff, all right? Now take a look. Let's look at this package right here. It tells you the mass. This package contains 737 grams of salt. So, if you have a substance in your house whose formula you can look up, and you know what mass of that substance you have in grams, then you can figure out how many salt particles are in that container. You can figure out the number of moles of salt in this container. Okay, now you need to do this for 3 different things. Let me do an example problem for you. Okay, so I have got my favorite artificial sweetener. It's erythritol. I don't know if you've heard of it before, but it's like a really delicious sweetener. It doesn't have the weird aftertaste that other sweeteners have. It's made from plants as well. Okay, now I used up a pound of this stuff, and I was so eager to get some more. I ordered a 5-pound bag of erythritol. Now that's how many pounds it is. But how many erythritol molecules are in this bag? How many moles of erythritol are in this bag? So let's walk through the steps of this lab. Okay, let's see here. I'm going to delete all this because these are the answers. All right, bam. All right, so name of the substance, erythritol. All right, my favorite artificial sweetener. Now, formula of the substance. What is the formula of erythritol? Well, I'll look it up. All right, erythritol formula. All right, C4H10O4. That is the formula of erythritol. C10H4. Is that what that is? No, let me look over time. C4H10O4. C4H10O4. That is the molar mass of, that is the formula of erythritol. Now, I got to figure out what the molar mass of this substance is. What is the molar mass of erythritol? Well, it's got 4 carbons. So I'm going to do 4 times carbons, molar mass of carbon. Plus it's got 10 hydrogens. Plus it's got 4 oxygens. I'm showing my work as I go here, guys. I'm showing my work as I go. You should be showing your work, okay? So, C4 plus 10 H's plus O4s. Let me use a periodic table here. 4 times carbon is 12.01. Plus 10 times hydrogen, which is 1.008. Plus 4 times oxygen, which is 15.999 or 16.00. So all in all, the molar mass of erythritol is, and the good thing about typing it up is I can just go over here and paste it into Google. It'll tell me, is that right? Let's see here. Oh, I see something wrong. Parenthesis right there. Try this again. There we go, 122.12. All right, so the molar mass is 122.12 grams for every mole. For every mole of erythritol I get together, it weighs 122.12 grams. All right, if I had 122.12 grams of erythritol, I would have 1 mole, approximately 600 sextillion molecules of erythritol. Okay, that's the first part. Next, how many grams is my sample of erythritol? Well, let me take a look at this package again. Okay, you're going to have to read the package here. This package of natural erythritol sweetener weighs 5 pounds or 2.27 kilograms. All right, well, let me take a look here. I need that in grams. Let me just do 5 pounds into grams. 2,268 grams. All right, so I have 2,268 grams of erythritol because that's a 5-pound bag. I just looked up what is 5 pounds in grams. Hopefully, most of your food items will give you units in grams, but if not, just take the pounds or the ounces or whatever, convert it into grams. Now, how many moles of erythritol do I have? For that, we harken back to our previous homework or the notes, okay? Or if you're new to this, well, it's actually quite simple. To figure out the moles, you take what mass you have in grams, you divide it by the molar mass, and that gets you the moles of substance. So take the mass, which in this case is 2,268 grams. You divide it by the molar mass, which is 122.12 grams per mole, and that gets you how many moles of your sample you have. Once again, I like typing this down because I can just paste it into Google. I got to delete these units here. I think it was 2,268. Let me double check. Always double check yourself. Always, yeah, 2,268. Okay, divided by that, what do we get? Okay, 18.57 moles of erythritol. I have got 18.57 moles of erythritol. All right, I have 18.58 moles. So 18.58, 600 sextillions of erythritol molecules. So this is how many moles of erythritol are in a 5-pound bag. If I were in a factory producing erythritol and I needed to fill a 5-pound bag, the first thing I would do is convert it into moles of erythritol, and then I would look at my chemical equation to produce erythritol to figure out how many moles of reactant I need. And once I figure out that, I can figure out how many grams of reactant I need. So this is important information if you wanted to, say, work in a factory that produced different chemical compounds. You need to be able to read a formula and using molar mass, figure out how many moles a sample is. Okay? So you have to do this with 3 different things. I did this with erythritol. Okay? You need to do it with 3 things of your own. Again, find a bag of sugar. All right? Sugar formula. All right? Find a bag of sugar. All right? C12H22O11 is the formula for sugar. All right? Oftentimes, sugar comes in 3-pound bags. All right. So maybe find a bag of sugar. What is it? Oh, this sugar is a 10-pound bag of sugar. So maybe it's a 10-pound bag of sugar. Well, in that case, you're going to convert that into grams. You're going to use the molar mass of sugar, and you're going to tell me how many moles of sugar are in this package right here. Again, you need 3. You need 3, okay? I chose erythritol. You would have to choose your own 3, all right? Unless you happen to have erythritol around the house, in which case, good for you guys, good for you. All right, guys, that is going to be your lab activity for the day. Good luck.